Yeah. Before the lights, before the fame, before the chains, before hip-hop, homie, it was panic. Listen close. Before hip-hop, fools still got shot. Before the beats dropped, my block was hot. Before rap, my uncle had a spot, pushed rock in a Chevy, dodging the cops. Before hip-hop, homie stood on the curb, talked with his hands, never said a word. They smoked weed, they drank gin straight, and prayed the Lord watch the moves they make. No Grammys, no stage, no dreams to sell, just survival in a pocket full of shells. Mama cried cause her baby didn't come home. Before a mixtape, there was death in the zone, that's real. They wanna blame it on tracks, but before the mic, we were still fighting back. Before hip-hop, the hustle was law. Still had drive-bys, still broke jaw. Before hip-hop, we lived that pain. Before the sound, there was blood and rain. Before hip-hop, we bled, we cried. Still stood tall when our brothers died. Before hip-hop, we lived that pain. Before the sound, there was blood and rain. Before hip-hop, we bled, we cried. Still stood tall when our brothers died. They say it was peace, but that's lunacy. I seen the jealousy and the foolery. In the 70s, OGs carried that heat. Khakis creased, enemies in the street. Bathroom brawls, liquor store fights, dice games, popping under street lights. Ain't no cameras, still got caught. Whole hood branded, lessons taught. Before hip-hop, they robbed for rings, snatched gold chains off the neck of kings. Pimps still played, women still cried. The rich still won and the broke still tried. Police beat down before the sound. Same story, just passed around. Before Dre dropped chronic smoke, we was coughing on life, trying to not choke. Before hip-hop, we lived that pain. Before the sound, there was blood and rain. Before hip-hop, we bled, we cried. Still stood tall when our brothers died. Before hip-hop, we lived that pain. Before the sound, there was blood and rain. Before hip-hop, we bled, we cried. Still stood tall when our brothers died. Before hip-hop, before beats and breaks, we lived on edge, praying no mistakes. Before labels, we was ducking patrols, trying to find a way to fill in bowls. Fred Hampton died before we rhymed, still had killers with money and crime. Before rap gave us a voice to shout, we were still locked in, trying to make it out. Before the booth, the block was the teacher. Before the preacher, pain was the feature. Before hip-hop, the poor stayed broke, still blamed the mirror, still choked on hope. They point fingers like we made the curse, but it's been here long. Before the verse, before Dre, before Cube, before the sound, the ghetto was loud without turning around. Before hip-hop, we lived that pain. Before the sound, it was blood and rain. Before hip-hop, we bled, we cried. Still stood tall when our brothers died. Don't blame the beat, blame the system. Before hip-hop, we was already victim.